Did that sound dumb? I think so. So, it is officially the holidays, which I consider Thanksgiving to New Year's, and I was trying to get all festive and shit. It's the time of year about tradition and classics, and so I wanted to give my own spin on a classic, which is a red lip and winged eyeliner, and this is a big deal for me. I really don't like attention on my lips. Obviously, I love attention, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I would say a red lip is definitely bold for me. I'm a little bit insecure about like my, I don't know, lips, mouth. It's not like my favorite part of my body. And so this is new for me. It does take some confidence to rock a red lip, and I'm feeling it today, so I'm just gonna go for it. So I really tried to stick to really basic makeup, so you definitely don't need these same products. I'm gonna link more affordable alternatives down below because I'm pretty sure I used really mostly high-end. I realize this look isn't anything new, but my goal is really to show how easy this look can be. I really hope that even if you don't think you're very good at makeup, you can still achieve this look. Side note, this turtleneck really reminds me of The Holiday, like the Cameron Diaz movie, where that movie made no sense to me. I really hated the premise of it. If you would like to see how this was done, just keep on watching. Keep on keeping on. Just don't click away. Alrighty! To prep my skin, I have used the Vichy Mineral 89 Booster Hydration Serum and some Kiehl's. Why is that Kiehl's? Like, why would, okay, Ultra Face Cream as a base. For like a primer, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm just gonna use this on like the high points of my cheeks to kind of bring like a glow from within. Then I'm gonna go straight in with the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Foundation. You need like the smallest amount of this. Ooh, things are flying everywhere. And I kind of like to work section by section of my face. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. You just like really spread it around your face. I do really like press this foundation into the skin. I find it like looks best that way. It's so, like, it gives you such a nice airbrush appearance. I'm not even done yet and I feel like I noticed such a difference in my skin. I think I rediscover this foundation every 3 days. I'm like a goldfish. A goldfish. Isn't that every 4 seconds? Oh my gosh. Did that sound dumb? I think so. This foundation smells like a creamsicle or like an orange-sicle, and I don't understand it. Like, what makes that scent? And why is it in a foundation? Next, I'm going to use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Then I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow, which is so light. I'm so pale right now, it's crazy. We never get out of style. If you think I did not jam out to Taylor Swift style before this video, you thought wrong. Oh my gosh. I just remember watching an interview where Taylor Swift tried to say that style was not about Harry Styles and that it was about fashion. The song is called Style. How dumb do you think we are? And then I'm using the remainder that's on this sponge just over my eyes. I just want to even out the color. With a red lip, it's really important to spot conceal because the red will bring any redness out that's in your face. So you really want to make sure that the base is like flawless or else it'll draw attention. Does that make sense? Yeah. We got it. I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. This might be a little too light, but we're just spot concealing, so I'm just using like the lightest amount and really using like the warmth of my finger to blend it. But I'm being like nitpicky about spots. Usually I would not mind a few spots peeking through. And I'm not using a whole lot of product, but I am really blending it in. I really want it to like melt. Right, to bronze up the face, I'm using the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette. This was a a really bougie purchase for me. I'm split on whether I'm embarrassed that I purchased this. Do I need this expensive of bronzer? No. Am I obsessed with the way it makes my face look? Yes. And if I can say that this is a really unique product. It's a really sheer formula. I have yet to find an economic alternative. That just sounded like an alien trying to impersonate a human. Who am I? Anyways, let's put some bronzer on, shall we? I'm just gonna use this sponge. I just want like the slightest bit of warmth. Cause like, I'm not trying to look bronzed, I'm trying to look classic. Then I'm going to use the Hourglass powder to just set my under eye kind of T-zone area. And I'm really just focusing this powder on where I need it. Because I really do like the finish of this foundation. It's matte, but it's not drying, which is like really nice. So I have dry skin and it's so frustrating that I feel like I can't wear any matte foundations because they're just drying. And it's like, it's 2019. Do you think the technology could be increased a little bit that we wouldn't have to deal with that issue? Or at least this is one of the only matte foundations that I feel like I can actually get away with wearing that doesn't crust off my face. Can't neglect the eyelids. And then I'm going to use this Charlotte Tilbury for the rest of my face. Tilbury? I never know how that's pronounced. I'm not sophisticated enough to know those things, obviously. Oh, and I did my eyebrows already because there was nothing new there. I didn't feel the need to show that. For the eyes, I want to keep it pretty simple. I'm using the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm just grabbing Flower Child just to put a nice base. This is a really, really neutral shade, sorry. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Jet Setter, which is like a cool light brown, I would say. So you could even use kind of a cool toned bronzer, even just like a gray. I just wanna keep the eyes simple because obviously there's a bold lip and you wanna balance it out. And if I can say I'm trying to flatter my eye shape, I have like almond shape eyes. They're a little bit, not necessarily hooded, but like they definitely crease a little bit. And so I like to try to focus the color just like right above the natural crease because I think that's the most eye-opening. And then I'm gonna use Rocker, which is a little more of a shimmery gray colors. Just a little bit. This is sheer, but I do want the eye a little bit defined. I'm really like over blending because I just want this, just a nice wash of color. And yes, I'm using the same brush because they're such similar colors it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. And I'm dusting a bit of Champagne Pop with a really, really fluffy brush just over the front of the lid to brighten it up a little bit, and it gives just a nice little sheen. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going back into that lighter brown shade. And this little, by the way, these are Real Techniques brush. I think it's the Essential Eyes set, I want to say. But I like how small they are because you can really work with them. I want to kind of use my lower lash line as a little bit of a, not a stencil, but kind of to see where I want my liner to be placed. If you kind of bring up the lower lash line, you want to like stay within those lines for your liner. I hope that's helpful and not hard to understand. I'm actually doing kind of a 3 style of eyeliner. I'm gonna explain it and then do it, and hopefully that'll be helpful to watch instead of me trying to talk and do it at the same time. So I'm gonna go in with a liquid liner just on the very inner corner with like the thinnest line I can get. Then with this gel, I'm going to start my wing on the outside and work my way back in. Okay, I'm gonna use a black eyeshadow and I'm just stamping it over that gel to really mattify it. I also want to get kind of close to the lash line so that black really starts like the lowest it can, if that makes sense. I'm actually using the brush I wanted to use for my lip. I'll clean it off, but I'm using a little bit of the concealer again and just cleaning up the eye a bit. Dragging ever so slightly. I'm kind of nitpicky with this because I'm very particular about my eyeliner, and we'll fix it after mascara and stuff. I want to keep the bronzer kind of minimal. I am going to add some blush. I'm using Party by Tarte, and I'm trying to focus it back on my cheek. For highlighter, I'm using the Benefit What's Up. I always want to say What's Up. I want it to still look minimalist. And then for an added little touch, this is really optional, but I'm using the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. This is almost identical to the Hourglass powders. I like to use this fluffy small point brush. It's like really flimsy, and I just take a little just over the cheeks, like kind of where we put that highlighter. This won't pick up on camera, but in real life it does add a nice little almost like filter, but like I said, super optional. Then to set my face, I'm using the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I feel like I fell back in love with this when I used it in my full face of Clean Beauty. I have to focus, sorry. Okay. I just psych myself up every time I spray this. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. It's the one that goes like this because I find you can really get to the root and coat like every single lash. But if you ever get mascara on your eyelid, I use a spoolie and just scrape it off so you're not moving around the eyeliner, because with a Q-tip you'll just wipe off the eyeshadow is what I meant. So now I actually like to go back in with the eyeliner to kind of match it up with the mascara. And I'm just using the liquid to kind of sharpen up the bottom of the eyeliner. And then this is also completely optional, but I'm gonna use some individual lashes just on the outer corner to add some drama, because I don't have enough drama in my life. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Stunna lip paint in the shade Uncensored, and this you need like the smallest amount. So I'm just using this Real Technique detailer brush to take some of the pigment off this doe foot. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't even line my lips. Ugh. Pretend that didn't happen. Alright. Wait, what? I didn't see any of that. First I'm lining my lips with this NYX lip liner in the shade Cabaret. I'm gonna overline on the bottom, but not really on the top. Yikes. Look like the Joker. Hello, Batman. Great time for a break. Whenever I do my top, I draw a little X from this top to the bottom, this top to the bottom. I'm trying to talk through as I go. I don't know if it's helpful. So you just do an X and then go from there. This looks so terrifying. Now, for the first time, obviously, we're going into the Fenty lip paint. Okay, I'm just grabbing a little bit on the brush and I'm gonna paint it on. I highly recommend two things. Definitely use a brush with this because it's a whole lot easier to control. I forgot to mention that before this, I exfoliated my lips. I put lip balm on and then I used just a dry toothbrush to exfoliate my lips. Because this is matte, I don't want any texture showing. Lastly, I'm just adding some highlighter to the inner corners of my eyes and on the brow bone and a little bit on the cupid's bow. Now, normally I would go in with a little bit of concealer. I don't really feel like I need it right now, but that is a really good crutch if you think you're gonna mess up. Just go in with a cream concealer and a little brush, like really define the line. Alrighty, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. and subscribe also. That would be swell. I have to go power pose and give myself a little pep talk before I go into public with this on my face. Bye! Bye 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 bye.